Oh, hey, Wonder World. Happy fucking Tuesday. How the hell you guys doing today? We are buckling up for the 100 Wonderful Ways to Get More and Better Clients, which happens every Tuesday here at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We go live. We talk about all the ways that you can get more and better clients because I know that that is why you joined a group called Unicorn Client Attraction Secrets, right, bitch? Because you want more and better clients. So just say hey when you're popping on. And let's get this party started today because we are tackling number 62, which is all about unicorn siblings. Unicorn siblings, okay? For those of you who are new here and you don't know what the fuck a unicorn sibling is, a unicorn sibling is somebody else who has bought one of the other Wonder programs. Okay, so you may know that inside of Wonder World, we actually have an alumni group called Real Unicorns Unite. And that is a place that I started about a year ago where everyone who's ever bought a Wonder program goes into this extra special alumni group called Real Unicorns Unite. Okay, so inside of this space, you have unicorn siblings. Okay, and so for those of you who are a nonstop, my client attraction program, you know a little bit more about this because we tackle this topic pretty frequently, right? In really talking about Fox and Hound partners and how we can build all of these pieces. So just say hey when you're popping on, guys, because we are going to dive into how these relationships specifically can help you to get more and better clients. So let's just start today. Who here has a unicorn sibling? Do you know who your unicorn siblings are? Who are your favorite unicorn siblings? Let's start talking about all of those pieces. Good morning, Jenny. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Mom. You guys always know it's my mom because she uses my full name. She says Nicole Cherie. Okay. So we have unicorn siblings, right? You guys know your unicorn siblings. Okay. So your unicorn siblings are there to be an absolute asset to you and your business. Okay. So let's talk about how this actually gets you clients. Because this is actually something that I did in the very beginning. It wasn't quite unicorn sibling-esque in the same way that you guys get to do it because my coaches were not organizing alumni groups for me, but I was building strategic partnerships that help me to get more clients through referral base, but also just through engagement base and just having somebody that like is in your fucking corner, right? They tell you this thing all the time is that the game of entrepreneurship is lonely, right? And we say those things, we're like, oh, entrepreneurship is lonely, but that's not actually true, okay? It definitely doesn't have to be lonely. I mean, it can be, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be lonely because you have all of your motherfucking unicorn siblings on board with you, right? You have all of these other people who totally love you, who are totally supporting you. And what's strange is that sometimes that there are, strangers on the internet that support your business and support your vision more than some of your friends and family and people that you've known like literally your whole fucking life, right? So like that's something that's very interesting and kind of sad in a lot of ways, but I want you guys to know that you're absolutely not alone because you're inside of a group like this, you're inside of a community like this where you have people who are absolutely fucking screaming your name and cheering you on, okay? So let's just take a second here to positively reinforce that a little bit so that everybody believes this a little bit more. So everyone who is here listening to the live, put a recommendation real quick. I'll give you a couple seconds. Okay. Who is a unicorn sibling that you highly recommend and what is it that they do? What do you recommend them for? I'll go first. Okay. So I see that Sam has just popped on. Hi, Sam. You guys, Sam is a badass bookkeeper. And let me tell you why she's such a fucking badass. Okay. Because Sam's whole fucking motto is like, there's always a solution. Okay. Like no matter how broke off you think it is, everything is fixable. Okay. And this is something that made me hire Sam because I definitely felt like my books were broken. I felt like that no one was going to be able to figure out this fucking mess I made. You guys, I made $1 million in my first year and I made a very, very candid decision halfway through that where I was like, shit, my books are like non-existent. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm making money so fast. It's like hand over fist. I don't even know what the fuck to do. Do I stop what I'm doing and clean up these books? Or do I just keep closing clients and worry about it later? Well, much to Sam's dismay, I worried about it later. Right. But I was so scared. I was so afraid to show anybody my books. I was so afraid to let anybody in because it was a fucking mess. Right. And it was embarrassing and it was scary and it felt really, really hard and impossible in a lot of ways. But Sam fucking dove in and fucking tackled that shit. Everything is motherfucking fixable. Like for entrepreneurs, you need to have a bookkeeper that understands entrepreneurship. Okay. Having a bookkeeper that doesn't understand the fucking coaching game is fucking insane. Okay. And I've done it. I know I've had bookkeepers that literally thought I was just selling drugs. Like, where's all this money going from? You need to have someone in your fucking corner that understands the game of entrepreneurship, that can untangle any mess that you fucking made and set you up for success with little bite-sized systems that you can do every single day. And Sam is that bitch. Okay. She absolutely is. She's fucking incredible at what she does. Okay. So do you see how you do that? Right. You see how that you do that is you just amp somebody else up. And now I want to talk about the underlying layer of the things that happen for you when you do this. First and foremost, you are activating reciprocal energy. Okay. The frequency of reciprocal energy, because you want referrals, bitch, right? You want people to say your name in rooms full of opportunities, right? That's what you fucking want. Okay, so you get to be the person who does that shit for other people. Okay, there's a reciprocal energy that activates through this process. If you want referrals, be the kind of person who's really good at giving referrals. Okay. That energy aligns really, really quickly, and people get fucking great results from referral type relationships. And hello, people love to buy from people who know, like, and trust each other, right? People love to buy in that frequency. They love to be in that energy together, right? Where it's like, I'm repping you, you're repping me. In bartender land, this was a big fucking thing, okay? That we were always sending each other business because nobody wanted to go to the same bar every fucking, well, some people want to go to the same bar every day, but a lot of people like to go to different bars. And so I had different bar colleagues, like my best friend, Alona, right? And my baby bartenders, Jess and Annalisa. And so we would work in different bars around the city. Okay. And so I would send my clients to their bars and they would send their clients to my bars. And so we created this kind of like microcosm and everybody loved it, including the regulars, right? The regulars felt so amazingly appreciated when I'm like, hey, you want a great steak tonight? Like, you definitely need to go see my best friend, Alona. She'll take care of you. I'll call ahead. I will get you a reservation at the bar top so you can sit with her. You're going to have an amazing fucking steak. You got to try the fucking chimichurri and make sure that you're kind of a pain in the ass. All right. Give her a good smack when you get there for me. Okay. That connection of reciprocal energy creates the feeling of all tides rising, right? And when all the tides rise, all the ships rise together. And that is one of the most powerful pieces of having unicorn siblings. And I got to tell you, it's not like this in every program. Okay. In fact, most of the programs that I have bought, it isn't like this. It's the opposite. It's where people are tearing each other down. It's where people are really focused on that energy of competition, but like not in a good, fun, healthy way, like in a kind of like a fuck you way. Okay. Like once upon a time, I joined a coaching program. It was actually the very first coaching program that I joined. And there was another chick in there that sold the same thing that I did. We literally started our groups on the same day. And we both grew to 10,000 people in the first 6 months. Okay. I did mine organically. She did hers with paid traffic and bots. Okay. And so we were growing together, doing all the things. And like, I wanted to be friends with this girl. This bitch did not want to be my friend. Okay. Like, she hated me. She fucking hated me. And she was such a bitch to me. She was so fucking mean on the coaching calls. She was so fucking mean in the masterminds. And like, that is the energy of like, you know, that nastiness in the industry that makes us believe that entrepreneurship is lonely. It's not lonely when you are around good people. So you can definitely be teeing up and building these relationships that, yes, become referral relationships, but also activate the frequency of reciprocal energy. So let's talk about a couple other ways besides just direct referrals where your unicorn siblings can help you to make more money and you can help them to make more money. Okay, first thing is audience swap. Okay, so you're building an audience, they're building an audience, right? Because that's what we do. We're entrepreneurs. We have our personal pages, we have our TikToks, we have our fucking Instagrams, we have our podcasts. So you can get on each other's audiences and grow your own audiences. Now, imagine that you have a little pack of 10, right? Little pack of 10 unicorn siblings, okay? And you guys all decide that you're going to do like a little round robin and go through all of each other's audiences and you're going to do like a tour, okay? You're going to do a tour. You're going to go through and you're going to leave your lead magnets. You're going to maybe do some interviews, maybe do a summit together, maybe do a podcast, exchange, whatever the hell it is. You're all going to exchange different audience development pieces. Okay. When you do this, then everybody's audience helps everybody else's audience grow, right? Because nobody in one audience is just one thing. I want you guys to think about yourselves right now. Okay. You're in this group called Unicorn Client Attraction Secrets because you're an entrepreneur, because you want to fucking make more money, because you want more motherfucking clients, right? Because you want to elevate your money mindset, right? That's why you're fucking here. But that doesn't mean that that's all you are. Like, you know, my mom is a Tantra expert. Okay. She is fucking very, very good at what she does. And she has a group with like, I don't know, we're at 17,000 people, mom, 17,000 people in the Tantra space. Okay. She's in this group too. But also my mom loves to travel, right? So she could be in travel groups, right? My mom really loves really great food. So she could be in like foodie groups, right? So nobody is just one thing. Everybody has different interests. And so those audience overlaps can be extremely powerful when you're intentionally lending each other's audiences and sharing, because sharing is motherfucking caring, bitches, right? So you can get into that frequency of being able to swap out those audiences. That is something that is extremely powerful to do. Okay. Now, this next one kind of goes in tandem with that, but it's a really nice layer is that when you guys see each other out in, say, other Facebook groups, okay? So if you're in here and you see each other posting, or you're in a different group and you see one of your unicorn siblings posting, then you can go in and rep them in the comments, okay? So say that you see Jenny Watts out there talking about how she helps entrepreneurs to write biz books so that they can fucking build their fucking authority, kick ass, and take names. You can come in behind that and be like, hey, you know, I love Jenny because, right? And you can really talk about her smart wit or how fucking funny she is, right? You could really talk about those characteristics of her as a human, not just like as a service provider, but as a person, right? So you can rep her in that space, okay? That is extremely powerful and it feels really good. And imagine that you had your little pack of unicorn siblings and you were doing this with each other every single day. How good would you feel on social media if you were seeing these notifications come through from random fucking Facebook groups where people are just leaving you little, you know, little hearts, right? Little hearts and repping you and talking you up in this space, right? How good would that feel for you? This helps you to really build a relationship with each other, but also builds a relationship with social media, because social media can be really fucking nasty ass place. Okay. Speaking of which, this is another way that you can really support your unicorn siblings and your unicorn siblings can support you. Okay. Have you ever been on TikTok or Instagram and there's someone talking shit to one of your unicorn siblings in the comments? And you know, it's just one of those shitty ass little trolls, right? Okay. This just happened for me yesterday. Okay. Somebody came on to one of my TikToks and said something about making more money, being really, really greedy. And I don't know, something about the kingdom of God. Okay. And one of my unicorns came in there and was like, hey, we're all entitled to be able to connect with the energy that money is. Money is energy and it is limitless, right? She's coming in and supporting me in the comments by not letting some dickbag just fucking ransack me, right? That is a really great way to be able to support your unicorn siblings. And if you're doing this for them, they're going to do this for you, right? You can scratch each other's backs. And this is something that actually helps you to make more money in a couple different ways. One, all that engagement in the comments helps and boosts your visibility, right? Two, this creates that kind of rally. It creates the feeling that people support you, right? So that's allowing you to get into the energy of feeling safer to show up online and make your fucking offers because you know your unicorn siblings have your fucking back, right? That energy is really fucking powerful. And when we continuously activate this with each other and for each other, all of those tides go up, right? All ships fucking rising. And that's that energetic alignment piece that feels so fucking good. So when you guys are listening to this and you're thinking of these different ideas that may be popping in your head, let's activate this together. Okay. So what are some ways that you currently right now support your unicorn siblings? What are some ways that they support you? Let's have this conversation and let's put this into the comments so that everybody can start activating different ideas, because we are in fact stronger together, right? We are stronger together. And when we are all supporting each other in this space, we feel better showing up, right? And so this creates the frequency and the energy of client attraction because you start to believe at a core foundational level that people support you. Okay. One of the things that I did in the coaching program that I joined, that was actually wasn't about coaching. It was about how to build Facebook ads. Okay. So when I was learning how to build Facebook ads, Guys, I was not good at Facebook ads, right? Like I just wasn't. I hadn't touched a fucking computer since high school. I'm not fucking techie at all. It wasn't pretty, but I was really, really good at getting clients, right? And so inside of that space, like it was this very reciprocal energy because some of these guys who'd been, Facebook ad whizzes for years were helping me with the fucking pixel, helping me to deliver to these clients that I was having a hard time serving because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And then I would come around on the other side and I would help them with their social media strategies to be able to get clients because they were really good at ads, but I was really good at marketing, right? So we teamed up our skill sets together. And so I helped them to create a better marketing system so they could get more clients, right? And they helped me to figure out where the fuck the pixel was so that I could actually serve the clients that I was getting, right? So you also want to think of those kinds of trades of skill sets, right? It's like you have a skill set and I have a skill set. With our powers combined, we have a motherfucking skill set that's going to serve both of us. So if you're looking at some of your unicorn siblings, some people are really, really good at different skills. Some people are really, really fucking techie. Okay. So if you got like a tech unicorn in your back pocket that's like, hey, I fucking suck at this. Can you please help me? Right. But maybe that tech unicorn isn't all that good at creative stuff and you are, right? So you can create that back and forth kind of handshake deal that it's like, hey, if you answer all my stupid tech questions, then anytime you need a fucking reel cover, bitch, I got you covered. Okay. So you can support each other in those ways. And when you are doing this with unicorn siblings, okay, and remember, a unicorn sibling is someone who has bought one of our Wonder programs, right? There's going to be core value overlaps, okay? Because there's no possible way with client attraction, right? This is client attraction marketing. So every single person that is in all of my programs has some, even if it's a small one, has some core value overlap with you. And so this is a great way that you can absolutely utilize that network that you're buying into, okay? Because when you purchase a Wonder program, you get put into the Real Unicorns Unite Facebook group, right? And in that space, like you have the opportunity to really connect with these people and to build lifelong relationships that, yes, are referral partners, but are also like, I got your back partners when people are talking shit on the internet or when you need a little bit of a fucking engagement boost, right? I'm working with a new client and he just launched his TikTok, right? He just brand new, super fucking nervous, right? And I was like, don't worry, like I got you. And as soon as he launched that video, I saw it go live. I went on there and I liked it and I commented on it and I shared it, right? And then I went in and I asked my unicorn team to go do the same thing, right? Because do you remember your first fucking video? That shit was scary, right? It feels good to have people in your corner. It feels good to have somebody come in and blow up your social media, right? So you can help yourself through some of the more challenging pieces. So it's a little bit different for all of us, right? But the things that are a little bit more challenging just by asking for support. Okay. And when you have that unicorn sibling network and you've been an active member of it, then you are contributing to that energy. And so because you want to help people, other people want to help you. Entrepreneurship doesn't have to be lonely. You can get into that corner. And that is something that is, I mean, I hate that it's rare. I do. I fucking hate that it's rare, that it's one of those things where people kind of come for each other and they go for each other's throats and they say really nasty things to each other on the fucking internet. Even when you're in programs together, I mean, I've definitely been, in a program where it was a fucking Shark Tank, right? Where everybody was there to eat everybody else. Everyone was stealing everybody else's leads. Everybody was against each other. And there were like, little mean girl cliques and all sorts of shit. Like I've definitely seen that, but it doesn't have to be that way. And I don't allow that in my world, right? If you are a fucking mean girl, you bet your butthole, like I'll kick you out because the meanest girl here is always going to be me. Okay? It's always, well, Penny, my daughter will always be the meanest girl here. Okay. None of the rest of us can hold a candle to that bitch. Okay. And if you're meaner than Penny, you don't belong here. That's how that works. Okay. So that kind of synergy and that kind of energy can create a very strong support group. So I want you guys to think about those different ways that you can be supporting each other. And I want you to think about how that leads to monetization so that you can get more and better clients. You can increase your fucking visibility. You can get into that space of believing in yourself a little bit more because you know that you have a bunch of people cheering for you. Okay. You can also do things like, You can also do things like a little bit of like engagement pops together. Okay. So you know that reels like respond better when you get immediate engagement, right? So if everybody in your little unicorn sibling pop came together, and it's, you know, a group of unicorns is called a blessing, right? Okay. So if you guys came together in your blessing and you said, hey, we're all going to post reels at 10 a.m. Okay, so if we all post a reel at 10 a.m. and we're all going to go like and comment on each other's reels, we're going to save them and we're going to share them. Okay, if you did that, you would get that boost of the algorithm up and running. Now, you don't want to do it for forever, right? Because you definitely want to start getting your own organic clients. But the first couple times, it's kind of scary to put yourself out there. So what if you had that unicorn brigade behind you that said, hey, we're all posting reels at 10 a.m. Everybody come in, like and comment and share, and like be a part of that movement so that we can get that initial traction. There's great ways to support each other in this process, okay? But it really comes down to you being the kind of person who contributes, okay? When you're in contribution energy, then of course that becomes fucking reciprocal, right? Which is why this is a unicorn client attraction secret, because some people believe that they have to go it alone. Some people believe that they can't trust anybody, that nobody really has their back. And a lot of times people believe that for a damn good reason, right? Okay. It's because they've been burned in the past. So when we sought to create Real Unicorns Unite, what we were really doing was going through and taking a look at the group project wound. Okay, if you haven't listened to my podcast episode about this, you probably should. Okay, but do you guys remember group projects in high school? Okay, which person were you in the group project? Okay, were you the person that didn't do anything and just got the fucking A? Okay, were you the person that was like blood, sweat, and tears doing all of the things and kind of to a certain extent not letting anybody else even fucking help you? Were you the person that was kind of like the bad kid that was getting everybody in trouble? Okay, were you the goody two shoes kid that was trying to do things right but never fucking did? Were you the insufferable know-it-all? Okay, facts, right? When we look at our group project wound, this can actually be something that really impacts our ability to trust and to connect and to be in a space of actually wanting the camaraderie. Okay. And, you know, truth be told, guys, like there's things that happen along the way in your life. That create it, it's hard, right? It's hard to trust. It's hard to believe. It's hard to connect with because you feel like every fucking time you are the person that like gets burned, you know, and like evidence supports that sometimes. Okay. Like once upon a time when I was in bartender lands, like I ran that bartender's guild. Okay. And you guys, I was the group of the group project wound, blood, sweat, tears. Like I was the one up at fucking 5 o'clock in the morning, getting everything ready for the fucking event today that everyone else was going to be late to. Right. Like I was the one begging people to get shit done for me. I was the one that was pulling all of the strings and spending money out of my own pocket to like make sure that stuff happens, right? Like I was begging people to do the thing that they said they wanted to do, right? It's like, I want to be a fucking officer in the guild. I'm like, okay, that's awesome. I'm so excited that somebody else wants to volunteer their fucking time with me. And then of course they wouldn't fucking show up. They wouldn't do the goddamn things, right? So it taught me over and over again that I can't trust people. And then what was worse is that after I finally got that fucking thing successful, the first year was hell, you guys. It was so hard. It was so hard to get traction in this tiny little city in Reno. Like I had moved here from Sacramento. And Sacramento had like a big budding bar scene, you know, we had all the craft cocktails and the mixology. I moved to Reno and it's all fucking Jack and Cokes and rodeos. And I was like, oh my God, what the fuck am I going to do here? So I worked so hard, tirelessly building this shit up, okay, of like going from bar to bar, just trying to find anyone that was interested in mixology and anyone who wanted to use fresh fruit in a cocktail instead of that shitty sweet and sour out of the gun, right? And I was like scouring the city trying to put these people together, and I worked so fucking hard to get this thing over the finish line. And I finally built it up. It took me about 2 years, but I had like 100 members, right? And it was like it was the fastest growing chapter in all of the nation, and I was so excited, right? So we were doing all these events and doing all this cool shit, and we built this thing up, right? So then we had new babies joining. Okay, we had new babies joining, and now it was like 5 years old, and those new babies were entitled little fucking assholes, right? Because they thought that the Bartenders Guild always fucking existed. They thought that it was running this way all on its own, right? Okay. And so what did they do? They came in and shit all over the fucking place, right? They were fucking saying, oh, I could do this better than you. Like, this is something that, like, oh, we should do it this way. It's like, bitch, I've been running this shit, blood, sweat, and tears. No one will run against me. I've been begging someone else to fucking run and come be the president, and no one else will do it because no one wants the responsibility. No one wants the fucking work. Yet here you are running your little mouth, right? Running your little mouth, fucking saying that you could do it better than me. And you know what happened? Eventually, they fucking packed up together and they made up this really fucking nasty ass lie that I was embezzling money. You guys, it was a nonprofit. I promise you there was no money. There was no money. The only money that was in that fucking shit was the money I was putting in it. Okay. Like making it work. Right. And they fucking stabbed me in the back. They sent this letter over to National and they, you know, they all signed this fucking petition, these little fucking bitches. One of these bitches was even somebody that fucking was one of my baby bartenders I literally built from the fucking ground up, that like was a barista before she fucking met me, right? And like I built her into this thing, turned on me, right? Stabbed me in the fucking back. They got so fucking up in this shit that they actually got me impeached. Okay. So I was kicked out of my fucking position with this. So of course I feel a feeling, right? It's hard for me to trust people. It's hard for me to believe that people are good, right? Because I went through shitty shit in high school. I was that person in the group project that was doing all of the work while everyone else was getting the fucking grades, right? Like that shit sucks. And I know that a lot of you guys are exactly the same because you are high achievers. You are fucking entrepreneurs. You are the people who are leaders, who trailblaze, who go first, who take those fucking arrows in the back, right? You are that person. And so sometimes it's hard to trust. But I got to tell you, when you really do the deeper work around this stuff and you really peel back all of those layers and you start to build that relationship with you and your higher self, and you start letting all of that bullshit story fucking fall away and you start replacing it with higher and better relationships, this game of entrepreneurship can be played at a completely different fucking level when you actually have connections. Okay. When you actually are in a room full of people who have your back, when you're opening doors for people and they're opening doors for you. But that means that you get to become an energetic match for this. You get to practice it a little bit more each day. And so when you start creating these kinds of unicorn sibling relationships where you are genuinely contributing to somebody else and somebody else is genuinely contributing to you, and you set up very clear parameters of what that contribution can look like, not only are you helping yourself to get more and better clients, right? You're also repairing that belief inside of you that all people are shit. Okay. It helps you to restore your faith in humanity. And that's exactly what creating this world, creating Wonder World has done for me. I used to say it all the time. Like, I fucking hate women. I used to say that all the fucking time. Okay. And this was something where when I first started, my coach wanted me to niche down to women. And I was like, fuck you. Fuck you. No, like, I do not want to work with women. I only want to work with men because men are safe. At least men are what they say they fucking are. There's no backstabbing fucking nonsense with a dude because they're, you know, they can't pull that shit off. You see it coming a mile away. Right. Okay. At least you get what you get. They're not all good, but you know what the fuck you're getting. Right. And so I did not want to niche down to women because I felt that feeling inside of me that I was going to get burned again, that I was going to get fucked over again. And I didn't want that to fucking happen. But my coach asked me a really fucking important question. He said, Nicole, do you want to be right or do you want to be successful? And I said both, but that's how that works. And I was like, he's making 7 figures. I guess I'll listen to the motherfucker. Right. So I listened to him and I niched down to women and I created Wonder World. And this space was predominantly women at first. Now we've opened all the things because Wonder Woman is a mindset, not a fucking gender bias. Right. We've opened up all of those doors, but primarily in the beginning, I served women. And what that did was help me to repair that belief inside of me that all women are bitches, because that's not true. Some women are bitches. Some women are backstabbing bitches, but not all women. And what I realized in that process was that I was actually hating myself by hating women because, hello, I'm a woman. Right. So I was actually creating a self-loathing pattern that I got to untangle by doing these kinds of exercises of really building relationships one at a time, right? Building up those relationships with my unicorn siblings and creating the energy and the synergy with you guys. And it completely changed my life. It completely changed my life because now I get to work with incredible fucking unicorns, incredible people who really give a fuck. And doesn't it feel good to be surrounded by that kind of energy when you're doing really challenging things for your business? This is what helps you to shift challenges into opportunities, is spending time with other people who have the mission, who have the drive, who have the goal, who want to get out there and kick ass and take names, and are also willing to help people on the way up. So build those unicorn relationships, build that siblinghood with each other, and really intend to do things that monetize. Do things that move the needle for both of you. Do those audience swaps, create those referrals, create intentional little real pools if you want, right? But do the things that are absolutely going to help you. And a great way to start with that is to get your little asses. I know a lot of you guys are already in there. If you're in Real Unicorns Unite, then set the intention here. Okay, do the actual work in there. Post in there, build actual fucking relationships, and set shit up that's going to fucking help you. Because I promise you, you can collapse the timelines and you can get more and better clients so much fucking faster. So if you want to become a unicorn sibling, you can join Content That Crushes. When you come into Content That Crushes, yes, you're going to get the signature content strategy that I use to close 10 high ticket clients in my first 6 weeks. And yes, you're also going to get the privilege of posting in this group. You can post anytime you want. We just turn that post approval fucking right on, and you just go and you can post anytime, and you can promote to over 30,000 high vibe entrepreneurs and all of your unicorn siblings. But also, as a bonus of Content That Crushes, you also get access to Real Unicorns Unite. And in this space, you have all of your unicorn siblings where you can build these relationships with proven buyers, with people who are all in on their business, and with people who share a common core value with you. Okay, we want to create all of the fucking synergy for you guys to get the highest and best results in this group, because we know you joined a group called Unicorn Client Attraction Secrets because you want more and better clients. So every single fucking Tuesday, we're tackling one way for you to get more and better clients here at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm popping over right now to Money Making Unicorns, and I'm going to go do lead magnet reviews. So for all of you who are in there, come join me over there, and we'll see you guys in just a minute. For everybody else, get out there, do all the wonderful things, and we'll see your bitch asses next Tuesday.